What's going on, YouTube? This is Agito again, and as the title suggests, still keeping Nazis. This is a subject I want to talk about. Probably the second to last video that I'm going to make regarding this whole Stillkeepin one Apmex scandal that's going on right here. I wanted to make this video before the one I've got planned because I wanted to direct this directly to the silver and gold bullion community as a whole. Most especially the people that are in support of Stillkeepin one. I'm going to try to be as clear as possible with what I'm saying so that you all can relate to it and think logically. I did not get into creating videos with the intention of showing my stack and doing unboxings and things like that. I have enjoyed a lot of you guys like Salivate Metal and Big Stack McGee and all you guys videos, but I never really thought that I would be making my own until I saw this whole Stillkeepin one scandal show up. And at that point I kind of felt like it was my duty to point out the things that maybe other people aren't seeing, and just to be in opposition of somebody that's being defrauded or disenfranchised. So I'd like to first just make it apparent that none of us were actually involved in this issue. Apmex didn't scam myself. They didn't withhold any packages. The mail system hasn't withheld any packages. Nobody signed for my packages or anything like that as it concerns Apmex. So I don't have any exact knowledge in this situation. Neither do the majority of you all. This is where your fault is. You all have absolutely no evidence other than Stillkeepin one's word that any of this stuff occurred, because there is no accountable trail leading to anything that shows that these events actually took place. I will be making a final video on this subject where I will be exposing something that I think really is what happened, because that's where most of the evidence actually points to. So think about how you are blindly supporting an individual that has made basically an hour-long story with no supporting evidence. Just think about that one single fact, that you've listened to 3 20-minute videos and a couple more 16-minute videos. None of them have anything relevant to his case other than some boxes sitting on his desk or in the trash. He has no email addresses. He has no names. He has no reports. He has nothing to show that what he's saying is true. Think about that. Now think about the fact that you are acting as though he was stolen from. You do not know whether he was stolen from or not, but you're acting as though you do. You're acting as though you were stolen from. You're saying that this guy is your family. Do you really know him? Just because a guy makes a bunch of videos that entertain you, he's a personality on the internet, y'all's psychology is really being messed with. Someone getting online, befriending you from a profile that's not legitimate, you're living in a fantasy world. You do not know this person. So to lash out the way that you all are lashing out is very unstable, like that of a Nazi. That's the mindset that I'm trying to get you to understand, is like the Nazis. A lot of y'all might be like, well, you're going too far saying Nazis. I'm not saying whether a Nazi is good or bad. Some of y'all probably got fucking swastikas on your arms or some shit. I don't care. The mindset is what I'm saying is someone being able to get a whole bunch of people behind them and misleading them. None of you all are thinking for yourselves. Every time that I try to ask any one of you for any information, you decide you want to, name call, get off the page, never answer the question. And the worst thing that I hear is, well, Stillkeepin one said so. That's my entire point. All he has done is say what has happened. There is nothing that leads to any evidence that it has happened. I'm going to point out every single one of these things that makes his story illegitimate in my next video. I want you all to subscribe, not because I want to be your fucking friends, not because I want a whole bunch. I don't care that y'all are thumbs down in my video. My goal is to make you think. That's what's missing in this community. Thinking. If you look at this table in front of me, you'll see that I got silver bars and dollars laid out on the same table. I did that intentionally because some of y'all have actually even lost focus to think that the dollar is worthless because y'all are buying a bunch of bullshit that people are spitting out. It's not the truth. Think for yourselves. Observe what's going on. That's all I ask. I want you all to pay attention. Think for yourselves. Have y'all not ever watched the movie 12 Angry Men? 11 jurors wanted to just railroad this kid to go into prison because it was all based on assumptions and hearsay. But there was one juror among all of them that said, wait a minute, this is someone's life. We need to take this more seriously. Let's get to the bottom of this. And as he started to uncover and research things, they found out that the story was completely different than what they had thought and suspected just on their emotions. They were operating completely on their emotions, their biases, and everything without looking at the whole situation from a factual standpoint, from an evidential standpoint, in reality. Y'all have lost touch with reality when y'all say you're friends with somebody or somebody is your family that you have no idea who they are. You don't know what this person is capable of. You don't know whether he's lying to you or not lying to you. If I told you that I was a McDonald's employee, I had 7 kids, I could tell you any number of fucking things about me. You don't know who I am. This is a fantasy world. But y'all are acting on real life situations. Think about that. Please subscribe because I want you to see my uncovering video that comes up next. Stay tuned.